Okay. Please tell me. It doesn't even show the. Okay. 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 All right. Are we good? Can you guys see me? Everything is solid. Oh my God, what a freaking day already. Hello. Oh, hello, Chanel. How are you guys doing? It's so good to see you. Hi, Codis. Hi, Madison. Hey, Michaela. Rick, thank you so much for being here. All right. Hello, Darcy. Hello, Jungle. Yes, with that dragon emoji. I love you so much. I love you so much. Aqua Baby. It's good to see you guys. Hello, Charla. All right, guys, welcome. Welcome to What to Expect. This is for the week of September 24th through to September 30th. I'm going to be doing all signs, Aries through to Pisces. Keep in mind that these are general readings. That means that I could be picking up on somebody that you are dealing with. So make sure that you check for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for a full picture of what you may be experiencing during this coming week. I am taking super chat questions. If you don't know how it works, then you can go ahead and visit www.violettaalexis.com, where you can look under super chat rules and see the rules. Or I can just tell you now. So for every $4.99, it's one question, a 2-card pull. For every $9.99, it is a 1 question and a 4-card pull. And for every $19.99, it is 1 question and a 6-card pull. Anything above that, I will consider it a donation. On that note, let me think. New video is going to be coming out for Dragon members. I would go ahead and say probably Wednesday. Wednesday is probably the next video for that. So if you're not a Dragon member, make sure that you become one. I do the like all elements readings. So for earth, fire, water, and air. And I'm also coming out with a video on why I actually changed from Brady's Tarot to Violetta Alexis and how that actually all originated. Loving the nails. Thanks. They're press-ons, and I'm gonna tell you why I do press-ons, right? I do press-ons when I'm feeling frisky. I hate sitting in the salon. I hate sitting in the salon for an hour and a half getting my nails done. I just don't care that much. I don't mind getting my toes done because I can like play on my phone and do all that, but it's like I'm literally just sitting here while some guy or some lady does my nails. Like, I don't understand how people like that. Why do you like that? I don't understand what makes you, what is so, makes you feel so good about that. I'm sorry, but the result is just not worth the time to me. I'd rather be doing something else with my time than be sitting there and breathing in all that fucking acetone. You know, like, no thanks. So, when I want to be like a little bit extra pretty, I'll go ahead and put on some press-ons or something, you know. But I can't. So let's go ahead and do this. Thank you so much, Rick. Oh, shout out to Rick. So Rick, I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you go to rickaster.com, you know this man wrote a fucking book. This guy wrote a book. Like, Rick wrote a book, and also believe he plays guitar. Isn't that right? Isn't that so cool? Like, give it up for Rick, guys. And on top of that, what's up, Tolis? Good to see you. Wow, Tolis, very, very good. You're so punny. So on that note, make sure you guys are respecting the chat, respecting me, or Rick is going to kick your ass out of here, okay? All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with Aries. All right, what is going on with Aries this coming week, please? What's going on with Aries this upcoming week? declutter coach. Love that. It's probably what I need. Did you know that Jordan Peterson, whether you like him or not, he says that your room is a reflection of what's going on in your head? I was like, wow. Should I talk about the skulls sitting on my table, or should we go ahead and talk about the naked hanging demon lady in my pictures? Or should we talk about the dirty panties on the floor? I'm not really sure. Just kidding. Okay, I'm just kidding. All right, what's going on for Aries this coming week? What's going on for Aries? You're definitely not wasting your time anymore. There's something where you feel like you see the reality of a situation, which is causing you to kind of draw back a little bit. I think that something feels like it's almost out of your control in some way, but the thing is that you're seeing the benefit of it. Does that make sense? Like there's something that you're looking at differently. And I don't know if it's in regards to business. I don't know if it's in regards to a person. I'm not really sure what it is, but you're starting to perceive things differently from like a higher place. Like, whatever your losses are, you know that there's a reason why you have to lose something. Does that make sense? Whatever your gains are, you're coming to a realization that, hey, those things aren't going to always last, right? It's like this ultimate awareness that sometimes there are things that need to be sacrificed for a bigger picture. And you're just rolling with the punches. Can you tell me about that Five of Pentacles, though? And Aries, get out. The Five of Wands. Interesting. You're sick of fighting something. You know? Like, you guys have had Uranus in your second house, especially if you're Aries rising for a while, so things have been kind of tumultuous a little bit, right? But Jupiter is there now, so it's kind of blessing you. And I think that for a lot of you, having Jupiter there is making you realize that you need to kind of go with the flow of things, that you can't always have everything in your control or everything in your possession. I think that you used to fight, maybe you were fighting loss for a while, or maybe you really tried to hold on to things, people, places, material possessions. I don't know, like as a form of control, but it doesn't, you're not doing that anymore. You're just kind of rolling with it. It's like, yeah, like what Noodle had said, like faith. Like you just have faith that everything will work out because it will. Tell me about that Knight of Wands. The Emperor in reverse. There's that control. The Moon in reverse. There's a fear. Some of you are like, some of you have like a crazy Virgo placement, or there's some kind of like a fear of losing control that some of you have. But there's the Star. There's a lot of fives. We have 555 here. The Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups. You guys get stuck in the past a lot, and you guys are starting to realize this week that the more you get stuck in the past, the more that you are not moving towards your future, I guess you could say. It's like if you're trying to move ahead, but you're walking backwards, it's not going to work out as well. And a lot of you guys are taking action and kind of bulldozing through your fears this week, releasing your fears, but understanding them first and why you feel the need to control everything. You know, people that feel like they in order to feel in control of themselves or in control of their lives, they will try to control outward things like people, material possessions, you know, money, to make them feel sane in some way. Michaela, thank you so much for the super chat. And Chanel, thank you so much for the super chat. But now there's some kind of healing around that. And I think that for some of you, you've gone through some things in the past that have really just made you this way. But you're taking actions towards your passions. Instead of trying to control your external reality, you're just taking action towards the things that make you feel alive, instead of attaching yourselves to the things that you feel like you have to control. The Two of Cups in reverse. The World. The Five of Cups. The Queen of Cups. Wow. This is actually quite profound, Aries. This is one of the deeper readings. I haven't had a super deep reading like this for you in a while. Last shuffle. So, Two of Cups in reverse, the World, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Cups. I really like this because there's something that you're closing out within yourself. Whether you feel like a disconnect within self or a disconnect between you and another person that you're realizing you can't control, it's not the person or the house that you're closing on or that you lost or something that you lost. Like that, it's not, the losing of it isn't the closure. The losing of the thing and you being okay with that is the closure. But it's not like the sadness around it, there's almost a deep knowing. Like, even if it's just like things that have happened in the past, yeah, it's giving you more insight. It's giving you perspective. Because you're realizing that sometimes, oh God, sorry. Turn phone on Do Not Disturb. Idiot. And you're realizing that sometimes for your own sanity, you just have to let go. But I feel like the closer that you are and the more that you try to control something, the more out of control you're going to feel. And I think that you're realizing that. So to me, this is very spiritual this week. You're definitely having some serious insight, some serious perspective. So I really like it, personally. All right, thank you so much, Aries. Let's go ahead and move on to Taurus. What's up, MKC? It's good to see ya. Yeah, that acceptance. What's going on for Taurus this coming week? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. What's going on for Taurus placements? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for Taurus. Oh, there you are. That's a good sign. All right, show me Taurus for this coming week. Wow, you got the Hangman also. Okay. The Hangman, the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Moon, the Empress in reverse, the Two of Cups, the Devil. Why is the Empress in reverse? So to me, this is you guys. You and Aries are having quite a similar reading. But you are realizing that the more work you put into something, the more it, I don't want to say it fails, but it's, this is making me think of the Venus square Jupiter thing. Like, too much of a good thing is not always a good thing. Because there's something here where you are putting a lot of work into something, or you're putting a lot of energy into something, even at the expense of yourself, and you realize that it's still not working. That all of this effort and all of this blah, 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 it's there's something that's not actually authentic to you. And intuitively, you're highly aware of this. You're realizing the less you care, the further you get. Does that make sense? Like, how do I explain this? And I'm not saying it's about a person, right? But let's just say, right? Let's say it is about a person, because that's the easiest way that I can. Let's say that you were overcompensating so much. Let's say it's about a parent, right? Let's say you were overcompensating so much at the expense of yourself, and you were betraying yourself by trying to please a parent, or to make a parent appreciate you, to make a parent accept you, right? Only to realize that the more that you pushed, the more that you took on this people-pleasing behavior, the further away you got from what it is that you, the further away you got from what it is that you actually wanted. Tell me about that moon. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like that I just have to let go of this. This is very similar to Aries reading. Some of you could have Aries placements. You're starting to see things differently now. Let's look at that 2 of Cups for the first half of the week. Tell me about that 2 of Cups. The 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Are you not being as generous with your time and your energy? Is that what it is? The Hermit in reverse. The 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse and the Star in reverse. This is interesting. You're connected to something emotionally, whether that is a project, a business, something that you care for, something that you care about. 2 of Cups is Venus in Cancer. But you're not getting anywhere, really, or not getting what you want out of it. And you're realizing that the more that you bang your head on the wall, your mental issues are still not getting fixed, you know, or it's knocking more screws loose than it is tightening them. Like, nothing is really changing, and nothing's being done differently. It's like this. It's realizing that the way that you've been doing things to get to a certain outcome is not the way that it should have been done. It's like trying to do, it's like the definition of insanity, trying to do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result, but actually not getting a different result. But that's the perspective. That's where the perspective comes from. And you're starting to realize the less you care, the further you get. You know, you ever, like at work, right? Like let's talk about The Office, right? I don't know if you guys have seen The Office, but there is this guy named Dwight and there's this guy named Jim. Jim doesn't really care about the position, right? He doesn't really care about becoming a manager. He doesn't really care about, he's like, I mean, I don't really want it, you know? It's like, and then Dwight wants it so bad. He wants the management position so bad. He's willing to go to great lengths to the point where it's just like, this is not you. Like you're this is OD, right? This is too much. And Jim ends up getting the promotion instead of the one that wanted it so bad. Because when we want something so bad, we tend to go against the grain. Sometimes we tend to go against our natural instincts or who we really are to get something. And if you're going against who you really are to get something, it's not for you. The Devil. And that Uranus in your first house, the Tower in reverse, that Uranus that's been in your first house or been in your sign since, there's the Hierophant, that's you, since 2018, this has been teaching you and forcing you even to be more authentic to you. And here's the authenticity. Yeah, the Two of Wands in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse is like somebody who's playing it safe. Somebody who's like playing it safe or, you know, not doing something differently. Staying in the comfort zone. So if you've been a people pleaser your whole life and you continue to do that, that's exactly where you're going to stay. But I feel like the Hierophant here showing up as your major arcana, there's power to be had, but the power does not lie in lying. The power does not lie in lying about the authenticity of you to try to get something that is not authentic to you in the first place. Sometimes we only find our authentic self when we have abandoned that part of ourselves, when we have walked too far away from who we naturally are. And then we find ourselves in a state of confusion and disillusionment and isolation because the harder that we have tried to attach ourselves to acceptance, the further away we have become to our soul, you know, not to be weird, but you got gifts. This is interesting because it's making me feel like I used to think that, you know, because I grew up with, like, a mother that got me into modeling very young. And, you know, I was always, don't take this the wrong way, but I was always, like, the pretty grandchild or the, oh, isn't she pretty, you know? And I thought that that's, like, where my worth was. And don't get me wrong, like, you know, I'm still a Taurus rising, Taurus moon. I love Venusian shit, right? But that while that can be a given gift, it is not necessarily, it's not authentic to my soul's purpose. My gift comes from within. My gift is the thing that I do best with the least amount of effort without having to succumb to somebody else's pedestal that they put me on, or the idea of who I should be in their eyes that will fit their narrative. It's a gift you've had since childhood, Six of Cups in reverse, that you may have abandoned. Seven of Wands. I have a feeling, Taurus, that once you really start exploring these gifts that you have for the world, because your gifts are not just for you. You have to share your gifts, or it can be taken from you. And like that, you don't use it, you'll lose it kind of thing. I'm feeling like once you start to explore the side of yourself, you'll realize how many people or opportunities or what have you that you'll actually start attracting once you allow. So thank you, Taurus. All right, let's move on to Gemini. Thank you so much, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That information is available on the screen, and you can also book with me at violettaalexis.com if you'd like to get more personal. Let's take a look. I love The Office. Hell yeah. Listen, The Office is top tier. The Office is freaking top tier, dude. I love The Office. Love it. What can you tell me about what's going on for Gemini next week? What's up, Max? Last shuffle. What's up, Scorpio, son of the god? The moon, that moon's coming out for everybody. I thought so. Don't second guess yourself, Gemini. You know what happened. You know what happened. Don't second guess yourself. Don't let the world gaslight you. Don't let your parents gaslight you. Don't let your lover gaslight you. Don't let your abuser gaslight you. You know your reality about a situation. And I know that you know your reality about a situation. And I know that you got screwed over and you were done right, but you're sitting there waiting around questioning if you're actually in the right at times. Some of you have been severely gaslighted. I don't know why I'm getting that. I just really am. With that moon, that Six of Cups in reverse, the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. It's very interesting to me. I feel like you're very much questioning your own reality. You're questioning your own reality, but it's like you guys are staying quiet about something because you're thinking, did that really happen? Was this my fault? Did I... And I think that you may have had somebody in childhood or something in your teen years or maybe early 20s, I don't know what age you are, where you are harboring maybe some kind of trauma or negative memory that you suppress at times. There's something that you're doing. For others of you, if it's not about being gaslit, there's something that's happening inside of your brain where you know the reality of a situation, but then your brain, because what we have this thing, right? What is it called? It's a psychological term. It's not temporary amnesia, but there's a name for it where your mind will block a memory out to protect itself. So we can go on living, right? Like when we go through something horrific, okay? Like, I remember, I have memories about my father before he died when I was 2 years old, okay? My earliest memory, maybe 1.5, 2 years old. But I don't remember being molested when I was 2, which I find interesting because you think something so dramatic, traumatic you would remember, but I don't remember it. And I'm not saying that that's what happened to you, but you know, you think about what your brain does to protect itself, and I feel like there's something that you know, like a deep knowing, but then in order to protect yourself, you almost avoid it completely, or you cut, like you get back into the state of delusion to protect yourself. Like, for instance, right, when I started social media 7-8 years ago, I went through an abusive situation, a really abusive situation with a couple people that I was living with, where I was like the victim in the situation, and I had to try to succeed and alternate my reality. I created a false persona, which was Bratty Cupcakes, which later turned into Bratty's Tarot. And I ended up like killing it, right? And sometimes we have to delude ourselves, or we have to dissociate in a way, because it's the way for the mind to protect itself so it can keep moving on. And I don't know if it's that dramatic, but it's definitely something where you are, it feels like you're trying to protect yourself from something that you've been through. What's up, Carmen? What's up, Sean? So we have the Five of Swords here. Tell me about that Five of Swords, please. The Hermit in reverse. Some of you have developed severe paranoia from things that you've been through. This feels... The Star, wow. Nine of Swords. Like I said. Interesting. Three of Pentacles and the Three of Wands in reverse. There may be a sense of frustration, wanting to get on the same page with a coworker or with somebody in your life. There could be a frustration around that. Tell me about that Five of Swords. The Eight of Wands. This is what's going on. You're having a conversation where I feel like your head is being fucked with. You know, like it was kind of like there's some maybe conversation that you're having, like being gaslit, like you're being gaslit, like somebody's trying to mess with your head, because the Five of Swords can represent like deception, manipulation around what? Some kind of maybe conversation that you're having. And the Hermit in reverse can talk about, I couldn't resist. You know, it can talk about paranoia. And then when we have the Nine of Swords at the end, is it like a false hope? Like somebody's trying to give you a false hope? What's that Star? For some of you, someone's manipulating you about finances, okay? For a few of you, somebody could be manipulating you about finances. For others of you, there's an issue around caring too much about what other people think, okay? For others of you, you've had a hard time moving forward. You've been too concerned about being too perfect or something like that. It's like this feeling of not being good enough, feeling of not being perfect enough. But there's something that's happening in this conversation that you're having. Even if you're gaslighting yourself, even if you are deceiving yourself around a conversation that you've had. like for instance, let's say that you're dealing with a narcissist. I see that a lot of the times a narcissist will do something to somebody that they're dealing with, one of their victims, right? One of their supplies, where they will gaslight, they will do something horrible to the person, and then they'll gaslight the person into thinking that it's their fault, and the person that did nothing wrong will be the one that ends up apologizing. And I actually just experienced this with a client where this had happened to her, and I had to say, hey, this person's manipulating you, and now you're apologizing for their crappy behavior. So I want to say be cautious with that. But the thing is, what you're not realizing is that during this time where you're either gaslighting yourself or somebody is gaslighting you, it's a moment to snap back into reality about the situation, because that's going to be your sweet spot of like being honest with yourself about what is going on. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, look at that. It was like I said, Nine of Pentacles in reverse, the Magician in reverse, the Temperance, and the World. So, and then we have the Hangman here as well, with the Eight of Swords in reverse, which tells me that there's something that you're taking a back seat from, and you're looking at it like you're taking a back seat to something, and you're able to see the person in the driver's seat for who they really are and where they're actually taking you, metaphorically speaking. And I feel like that's a moment where you get in the driver's seat, because there's someone here who's manipulating you to kind of reminds me of Taurus. These readings are all kind of bleeding into one another, but it's kind of like what I was telling you, like somebody is making you or deceiving you for you to overcompensate in some way. And I mean, this is what's going on with this what is it, the Sun opposition Neptune that's going on, could probably be it. I feel like you're being deceived by somebody. It's like they do you wrong, then they gaslight you to make you think that you did something wrong, and then you're the one that ends up apologizing. But with that Temperance here, that Hangman, that Eight of Swords in reverse, you're seeing the person that you've allowed in the driver's seat of your own car. Mischief. I feel like somebody's fucking with you. And the thing is I want to say curiosity killed the crow. I have a poem out there called that. I wrote it when I was like 21, but these have crows on them. It's like interesting because it's almost like you want to believe the best maybe in a person or a thing. But I think that you already know the truth, but you try to delude yourself from it because you don't want to believe that truth. And so I want to say, like, the further that you get into this, the more you're going to realize what the truth actually is. But it looks to me like by the end of the week, you're finally like coming to a realization and being honest with yourself about a situation. That's what that looks like to me. All right, so thank you so much, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram and or Twitter. That information can be found right here on the screen. And also you can book with me at www.violettaalexis.com. Okay. Damn, these readings are deep today. Shit. All right, let's see. Cancer. What's going on for Cancers this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. What's going on for Cancers? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Thank you, Mojo Tarot. What's going on for Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Tasha, thank you. Hey, Miracle. Yes, Mizrak, you guys can put in super chats anytime for readings. I just read them all at the end after Pisces in order. What's going on for Cancers this week? Do people ever really change? I think that their behavior changes. Like, I used to be an alcoholic for a very long time. But I wasn't just an addict. I'm not just an addict to alcohol, right? And now that I'm sober, doesn't mean that I'm not an addictive person. It just means that I don't give in to that addiction. I still become addicted to my lovers, if I have one, right? I still get addicted to a certain narrative. You know, maybe somebody is a cheater, and maybe they're just not a very loyal person, but maybe they just start not acting on it. I believe that behavior changes, but I do not believe that the core does. But the thing is a lot of the times we're not always born this way. Something happens in our lives where, like a repetitive state of consciousness, a repetitive string of events happens that creates that in somebody, right? Kind of like if you were to work out once every few weeks, right? Nothing's really going to change. You work out 5 days a week for 3 weeks, you're going to start to see results. It's the same thing with negative experience as well. Courtney Renee, thank you so much for that super chat question. It's still the same thing when it comes to negative experiences. You have enough, let's say, betrayal in your life, right? You have a string of events where just about every person betrays you, turns against you, and then what happens? Your brain becomes hypervigilant, right? Now it's looking for the next betrayal. It's untrusting. Your brain becomes hyper aware of patterns in people and any change in patterns, which a lot of the times can also come from a household where you live, were raised by a narcissistic parent or something like that, where you had to, or a bipolar parent where you had to constantly monitor moods, right? So then you become in this state of hyper awareness and this state of consciousness where you're always looking for the next betrayal. You see this with people that have betrayal trauma. And so sometimes you'll get, you are not born this way. This is what has been created in you, right? Does that make sense? What's up, Fire Breathing Dove? Make sure you guys go check out her channel. Her channel is awesome. She does free super chat questions sometimes. I tried to donate to her and she wouldn't take it, but you're welcome, Samantha. All right, what's going on for Cancers? Sorry about that, Cancer. All right, what's going on for Cancers this week? Right, Solus? Come on now. The Eight of Cups. The Fool. The Devil. The Ace of Cups. The Six of Cups, the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I heard hope on the horizon. Tell me about that Devil. The Empress. You're doing some soul searching is what you're doing. And it may kind of feel a little dark, but there's a reason. You're kind of, you know, walking through the valley of the shadow of death, so to speak, because you were trying to change something. Some of you are learning how to be at peace with something. But it feels like you're taking this walk that feels hard at first. You're moving away from something, not really knowing what you're moving towards, but you realize the more that you walk through this valley, this metaphorical valley, you realize the more of your crap starts to dissipate, or the more of the bricks that you've been holding are starting to kind of crumble away. But it's like you have to, I heard a quote the other day that said, in order to get over it, you have to go through it, right? And whether this is like an addiction, a fear, a fear of not being good enough, something, you're finding a new cup on the other side. So all of these cups, right, that you're walking away from, this thing that maybe suited you at one point, as you walk away from this, you realize so much starts to fall off. And through that you find change, because the Fool is Uranus. And so this is change. This is ultimate change. This is, I'm ready for this. I'm walking away from something that's very hard for me to walk away from, but you feel the weight just kind of fall off. Like meat off the bone. Like ribs, you know? And once you get through it, you find this new cup, whether this is creative inspiration, whether this is love. In this case, curiosity did not kill the crow. It created one. Crows are very intelligent beings. They are curious. They're intelligent beings. The Page of Swords is curious. Doesn't know everything, but that's what makes the Page of Swords so wise, is that they know that they don't know everything, and their curiosity, they know that their vast curiosity is going to get them there. And what I find interesting about this is that we have Mercury and Uranus, right? We have kind of like the lower mind, or higher octave of Mercury, I would say. Which is bringing some form of hope. It's like once you realize what you're so afraid to detach from, you realize was actually keeping you in the lower mind. You have the Six of Cups here. The Hierophant in reverse. A lot of Taurus energy. What you've known no longer suits you. What you don't know, you will know in time. And what you know now is what's going to take you to what you don't know now. Tell me about that Hierophant in reverse. The Eight of Wands. Now this is Mercury again. That's clarifying the Hierophant in reverse. This There's something where your mind is or has been, indoctrinated. I don't know. Your mind has been boxed in. Let's say now, don't take this personal, okay? This is just a fucking example, okay? Because I drive for my own life. So maybe when you were younger, Anna, good to see you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Everyone say hi to Anna. I love her. Maybe you grew up in a Catholic household when you were a baby, or maybe a very religious household or something like that. And your parents, somebody that you really love, let's say it's your grandmother that you really, really loved, really beat this into your head. This is the way, and this is what the Bible says, and this is exactly how it goes, and blah, 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 blah. But when you do that, when you take your mind and you box it around somebody else's words or somebody else's own personal thoughts, right? And this isn't about religion, okay? Please understand. There is no room for originality. There is no room for growth because you're not using your own mind to figure out what you actually believe. And I feel like the more that you walk away from this box, the more that you start to give in to, well, maybe there's other things. I don't know, maybe you've been with the same person for 20 years and it's like, okay, we met when we were freaking 14 years old, but like that's not who I am anymore, and you're not growing. It's like, but like I've been with you for so long that like, okay, I mean, I don't know what is it for you? Because it seems like it's just, you have to have the strength to break out of the prison that is your mind. And that prison is sometimes created through other people, especially people that have been able to, groom us, I guess you could say, when we're at our most vulnerable, or influence, I guess is a better word, when we are young or whatever. So there's just this thing that you've been holding on to for too long that maybe you're now outgrowing. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. Thanks, BC. Eight of Swords in reverse. The King of Pentacles. There's something that's just not for you anymore. Like for instance, right? Maybe maybe your parents always wanted you to be in business and finance. And you're like, okay, so you go to school for it, you do all these things, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like you make it and you're doing that thing, right? But it's not what you want. It's what somebody else wanted for you. And maybe it's what you really want is to venture out in entrepreneurship. I feel like you're learning what is authentic to you. Trickery. Did somebody manipulate you into thinking something? I don't know. Did you get involved in a fucking cult? Is somebody telling you what's right for you and putting your mind in a box and telling you that this is the way without you having any original thought? It's like the sheep in the line, right? The sheep in the line. Being led right off of a cliff. How are you being tricked? How are you being influenced? And how are you tricking yourself? Really. All right, thank you so much, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can visit www.violettaalexis.com. You can find that on the screen here. You can also follow me on Instagram and or Twitter. Also, make sure that you become a Dragon member. That information can be found in the bio below. I do post exclusive videos for you guys under there, so make sure that you check that out. Let's go ahead and move on to Leos. To wisdom, love, and light. Oh, William, thank you so much. That means a lot. I appreciate that. Oops, what am I doing? Sorry about that. All right, let's go. Let's go, Leo. I feel violated. I'm dead. A lot of these readings are like bleeding into each other today. It's like the fool's journey starting with Aries. Like, it's very interesting today. Hey Chris, good to see you. What's going on for Leos this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. People kept telling me to think outside the box until one day I said, hey, wait a second. Why should I want to think outside the box? Okay, that's one way to look at it. Last shuffle for Leos. Oh, you're welcome, Vanessa. Six of Cups in reverse. Seven of Wands in reverse. The Star. The Star's coming out a lot. The Fool. King of Wands in reverse. Five of Pentacles. Thank you, S, for that super chat question. Why is the Seven of Wands in reverse? The Four of Cups. Why is the Six of Cups in reverse? The Two of Wands. Where's the Fool going? The Nine of Cups. There's a disappointment that you're having, and you keep ruminating on it. And you feel like you didn't have a choice in the matter. And the options that maybe you did have, or that you're going to have, you don't like. And so what you're doing, this is double Uranus energy. It's like if somebody puts something in your path to stop you, you're just going to create a new path. Or you're going to, you know, dig out a trench and make your own. Because it's like this sense of realizing or feeling like, okay, I can't make it here. I can't make it here. What can I do differently that I'm actually passionate about to where, because the thing is that it's like, this is giving me that feeling of putting a fish in a tree and expecting it to fly. Sometimes there's actually nothing wrong with you, right? Sometimes it's just that the package was dropped off at the wrong house. The fish is put in the tree and expected to fly, and everyone, you know, thinks that the fish is an idiot. Well, the fish isn't an idiot. It's just a fish. Throw it in the water. It's going to outrun all you bitches, right? It's going to outfly all you bitches, right? And that's what this feels like. And this is healing to you. You've realized you've been living in a tree for however many years, when you should have been in the motherfucking water. How are we finding this healing? The Ace of Cups in reverse. You're not pouring into something anymore. Feels like you're taking charge of your own life. You have the King of Wands in reverse. Two of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Three of Wands in reverse, Judgment in reverse, all reversals. This is the feeling of your ego is being wounded because you are a fish, right? You are a fish. And somebody put you in a tree and said, now fly, bitch. And you said, well, I can't. And they were like, we'll try. And you flopped right onto the floor. And they laughed at you. Or it's not working. Or you're not getting anywhere, right? And then you realize once you just kind of army crawl your way into the fucking water, you're like, holy shit. You know, after you were being made stupid for not being able to fly when you're a fish, you know, metaphorically speaking, obviously, because it wasn't your path anyway. And it's that sense of feeling like, God, I'm feeling emasculated, or I feel, you know, if you're a man, or I feel stupid, or my ego's kind of bruised a little bit. Why can't I fucking fly? Bitch, because you have fins. What is wrong with you? You know, don't let these people think that you're supposed to be put in a tree and you're supposed to fly when you're not. You're supposed to swim, right? Because you're feeling like, God, I just can't fly. And it's like, you're not supposed to, you know? You're not supposed to. You're supposed to swim. And then you get put in the ocean and you realize, holy shit, I can outswim all these bitches. This is where I belong. You know, whether this is like a friend group we're talking about, a career, a relationship, the Five of Pentacles. Six of Swords in reverse. The Hierophant. The Tower in reverse. if there's a realization happening. Tell me about that Tower in reverse. The Eight of that fucking Eight of Wands is coming out like crazy. You realize that every time that somebody puts you back in this tree and you try to fly, you just realize that it's the worst that you feel, and you start to die on the inside, don't you? Right? It's like, I remember, and I use this analogy all the time, but when I was when I was a waitress, right, I always felt this fire burning inside of me. And I was like, this is not it for me. I felt so far off of my fucking path. And then I got into social media, and now we're here, right? 7-8 years later. But you realize the more that you keep doing that, the worse you feel. You're sticking to your like moral compass or your values. You are it's making you wiser. You're seeing that something wasn't for you in the first place. That's really all it is. Why did we get waterproof though? Like, out of all of the cards. Or let's say it's the opposite, right? Let's say that you are a bird, and they're trying to put you in the water and make you swim. You know? Tell me about that waterproof. The Page of Wands. Don't let anybody break you down, especially this week, Leo. Don't let it happen. You guys have been going through a lot with that Venus retrograde in your sign. You've been really reevaluating your appearance, your self-worth, your self-value, your career, your identity, your emotions, your relationship with your mother, whatever the hell it is. And I really think that, especially with this being your advice, understand that when you are put in the right place that you're supposed to be in, you will thrive. Like, that's when you see, like, when animals are raised in zoos, right? When they're born in zoos, raised in zoos, a lot of the times they're actually smaller. They grow up to be smaller than what they're really supposed to be. Like, for instance, fish. Like whales, like killer whales, I believe it is. When they're born in that pool, right? You'll notice that they end up not growing as big as they're actually naturally meant to be. Like a deficiency. Pretty crazy. So thank you so much, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. You guys can book with me at www.violettaalexis.com. Make sure that you follow me on my Instagram and or Twitter. My social medias are right there, and my website is right there. Also, make sure that you join the Dragon members group. I have exclusive videos in the members only section. That information can be found in my bio description below. Okay? All right, thank you, Leos. Let's go to Virgo. All right, I'm taking way too much time on these reads. I don't mean to be. I really don't. All right, let's do this. Woke up for Virgo. I'm dead. All right, Virgo, let's see. What's going on for Virgos this coming week? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. What's going on for Virgos this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Fly like a tuna. Oh my God. Ah, you're welcome, Chris. Anytime. Last shuffle. Show me Virgos for this week. Four of Swords in reverse. The King of Swords. The Temperance. The Queen of Wands in reverse. I hate this one. Okay. Page of Swords in reverse. The Five of Cups in reverse. Why is the Four of Swords in reverse? The Six of Pentacles in reverse. I'm kind of feeling like this is like a reputation issue with that Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Sun in reverse. You know, like some kind of reputation that's kind of like killing your ego a little bit or messing with your self-esteem. And it seems like it's got you worried a little bit. You may feel like you're not really being supported in a situation or by a group of people or by a specific person. Is that King of Swords, Virgo? Yes. Is that Queen of Wands in reverse, Virgo? No. Okay. There could be somebody here who's jealous of you with that Queen of Wands in reverse. Somebody, or if it's not jealousy, it could be somebody that's angry with you, upset with you. Why? The Chariot. The Three of Swords. Maybe they tried to pursue you and they got heartbroken, or maybe you have something that they want, or maybe you went after something that they didn't. It's interesting because it feels like somebody's trying to mess with your reputation a little bit. And under the surface, I think it's kind of like hurting your feelings maybe, but the King of Swords is here and it's telling me that this is you, whether you're male or female. So it's like you're keeping a very clear head about something, although I think that this is around something that hasn't been healed between maybe you and another individual, whether it's a male, a female, a friendship, somebody that you were intimately involved with. I'm not really sure. But maybe somebody felt taken advantage of, or, I mean, maybe you did, but there's someone here who's upset with you. But you're handling it well. It's like you're being very logical. You're being very cool, calm, collected. You're being logical. You're not making any heart over head decisions. Because you realize there's something here that's like fire and water, right? It doesn't really mix. And so using your logical mind instead of getting your emotions involved seems to be working for you, as opposed to just firing off on all cylinders. Because you're finding the peace and realizing that somebody's wounded. Not like you're getting pleasure out of it or anything, but you're just like, okay, I'm realizing, and this is how I have to deal with it. So you have the Page of Swords in reverse. Like, I definitely think that something has you a little worried, like in the beginning of the week, and then like maybe by like Tuesday or something, you're like, you know what? No, it's kind of like that. Because you have the Page of Swords in reverse for the first half of the week. The Nine of Swords in reverse. The Three of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. This feels like somebody's upset with you. Somebody is upset with you, and I think that initially it has you very stressed out because it's something that has not been healed. Pinky, welcome to the Dragon's family. Welcome to the Dragon's lair. Okay? Fly or die, baby. And I feel like somebody may be talking, basically, Page of Swords in reverse can be somebody talking crap, somebody gossiping, somebody spreading false rumors, false narratives about you. And I feel like it's either because you guys are in a relationship or you guys are making some form of money, or there's somebody here who's spreading rumors about you when it comes to a third party or when it comes to some kind of career situation. It seems like somebody is like trying to manipulate the truth. Page of Wands in reverse, Moon in reverse. What's that Ten of Pentacles? The Lovers. There may be rumors around your relationship status, around your business, but it looks like you're thriving in some way, whether this is a love relationship or it is your business. It seems like there are people that maybe want to work with you. There's money coming in, at least in the first half of the week, maybe. What's that Page of Swords in reverse about? Thank you guys for welcoming Pinky. The Page of Cups. I feel like this is what this sounds like to me, and I know the Virgo cross watchers are gonna hate me, but it seems like you have somebody who has feelings for you that is upset because they're either A, not reciprocated, or the two of you had a breakup, whatever the problem is. And I think that because of that, this person is trying to create issues in your life. You have the Five of Cups in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. The Moon in reverse. This is giving me like that full moon in Aries that's happening on the 29th. The Seven of Swords. What's the Moon in reverse? The Hermit, that's you. It's something about you, I'm not gonna lie. It feels like it's something about you. Now, you guys are having, if you're Virgo rising, you're having a full moon happening in your 8th house. So that can talk about secrets, you know, sex, you know, sexual, like, relationships, you know, partners, other people. And so it's making me feel like there are some secrets coming out either about your finances or about some kind of sexual partner or something. And I feel like it's about you. Tell me about that Seven of Swords. The Ten of Wands in reverse. I don't think you're addressing whatever it is. It seems like you're just kind of like, okay, well, it's like you're letting go of something. I feel like you have somebody very upset with you. What's the advice? Balance. This is kind of like just telling you keep an even head, keep a cool head about it. Something. Yeah, somebody's upset. Somebody's upset because they didn't get an opportunity with you. That's what it looks like. Two of Wands in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, Ace of Pentacles. Like somebody's upset that they didn't get an opportunity that they wanted. Yeah, it's just saying just move on. Like it'll blow over kind of thing. Ten of Swords in reverse. And balance here, I feel like somebody's trying to purposely trigger you in some way. And so you see this little guy, and he's just kind of like, he's got his, I don't know if you can see, he's got his little fingers, his little claws on that rope, right? He's got his head held high kind of thing, right? He's staying even keel. I would say don't let your emotions, don't allow your emotions to get into something, because that's like trying to fight fire with fire. I feel like you just have somebody that's very upset or hurt right now. Okay. Interesting. So Virgo, thank you so much. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you'd like to book with me, you can visit www.violettaalexis.com. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram. That information can be found on the screen. Also, if you have not, make sure that you become a member. That information is available in my bio right here in the description box. And you can have access to exclusive footage and exclusive videos, exclusive readings through the membership program, okay? Oh, shoot. Thank you, Rick. I always forget to do that. Okay. All right, let's move on to Libra. You're welcome, Michaela. Oh, are you talking to me? All right, let's see here. Oh, Mojo, thank you so much, sweetheart. All right, what's going on for Libras? What's going on for Libras this week? This coming week? Show me Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Happy birthday, Libras. Ooh, King of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse. Three of Pentacles. Four of Wands. Eight of Swords in reverse. The Tower in reverse. Well, okay. Tell me about that King of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Swords in reverse. Whoops. So, all right, this may be reversed. Somebody is upset with you because they found out that you may have been using them for status, using them for money, using them because you were lonely, using them because you felt sorry for yourself, using them because you couldn't hack it on your own, whatever it is. And you are trying to fix a problem through collaboration, through a relationship, through, well, come on, let's just go out. Let's just get together. Like, it's... Tell me about that Four of Wands. The Two of Wands. For some of you, you have somebody very triggered by your behavior. And so what you're doing to try to alleviate that person's anger or that person's disdain, you're trying to like distract, or you're trying to take them out, or you're trying to marry them. You're trying to, well, let's just get in a relationship. Or you're like, oh, let's collaborate, or, you know, it's, but you're doing it for, like, I don't want to say for the wrong reasons, but a little. Yeah, 7 of Wands in reverse behind that World. And it's because you're trying to complete something that you've been trying to accomplish for a very long time. And you've been fighting. And the thing is I'm wondering if it's kind of working, you know. Give me one more on that King of Pentacles in reverse. The Justice in reverse. There is Libra energy, double Libra energy. If you're a feminine, you may have somebody who's kind of using you. And I feel like you know it, okay? Just putting that out there. Yeah, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. To get out of debt, to get out of a financial situation. It's like when somebody sees the reality of you, you know, you try to fix it with sex, or you try to fix it with like, oh baby, I love you, like I, you know, got you this vacation, you know, I booked us a vacation, but like you're gonna have to pay for it, or like, you know, or like, it's manipulative. Stacy, welcome to the Dragon family. Welcome to the Dragon family. Welcome to the Dragon family. Fly or die. Thank you so much. 8 of Swords in reverse. The Star. The Death in reverse. The Moon. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Queen of Wands. Some of you have 2 people. Some of you are a 2-timing wannabe. Just kidding, but... So this is interesting because it's like you're trying to get out of this energy, right? You're trying to move forward with something, someone, okay? Even if it's just like business, right? Which is like, hey, you know, business is business, right? Like it is what it is. But you are trying to get out of a crappy situation by fixing something with the Band-Aid instead of actually cleaning out the wound. And you may end up creating more wounds because of it, because that Death in reverse tells me you're not actually changing anything, you're just hiding it better. And where's that gonna get you? You know? where's that really gonna get you? Because you're gonna end up hurting others in the process, and then you're gonna end up hurting yourself. And then God's going to come down and give you a nice, big, backhanded, juicy middle finger sandwich. Knuckle sandwich. Tell me about that Death in reverse. The 8 of Wands. You're doing a lot of this. But you're avoiding the bigger problem. Because you don't actually want to fix the problem. You just want to put a Band-Aid on it. And then there's the Tower. There's the big knuckle sandwich from God, right? Tell me about the Tower. The 9 of Swords. What'd I tell you? Don't be an idiot. Don't be a fucking idiot. I'm going to tell you right now. You're being an idiot. I'm just going to give it to you straight. 5 of Swords in reverse. Can't hack it on your own. What's that King of Swords? What's the Tower? The 5 of Cups. I told you, you're going to regret it. Something's going to end up blowing up in your face. It's something, because I told you, you didn't want to change. That's the thing. You weren't changing. You were just hiding something better. And now it's blowing up in your face and you're super stressed out. You're feeling like Five of Swords in reverse is like, I'm never going to win. I can never win. Well, you are not winning because you're already setting yourself up for failure by being a failure. You know what I'm saying? Like, could you imagine if I was up here and I was telling everybody like, oh yeah, you know, I've been sober for 4 years, and you know, because I wanted people to believe in what I was saying, and I wanted people to believe in me, but like low key, when I was taking my little breaks, I was taking shots of Fireball, but like I didn't, you know, I'm just hurting myself. You know what I mean? And you're going to just jump from one thing to the next if somebody finds out about it. You're like, oh, well, I'll go over here. But that's not fixing the problem. That's fixing the location. It's like when people think that, you know, if they just go live elsewhere, that's going to fix their life. When it's like they realize that they just bring their problems with them, because the problem is them. It's not always everybody else. Routine. This is like falling into the same shit different day. Like you're just doing the same thing over and over and over again. If you guys have like addictions or something like that, I would certainly get that fixed. Okay? So it's about actually doing the work. Some of that was reversed. Sorry. All right, thank you so much, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Make sure that you become a Dragon member so you can have access to exclusive footage and little mini vlogs that I do, and also exclusive readings that you guys will not be able to view on the normal page. If you'd like to book with me and get a little bit deeper in regards to your reading, you can visit www.violettaalexis.com, and you can also follow me on my Instagram and or Twitter. That information will be available on the screen, okay? Let's go ahead, move on, and make sure that you like, share, subscribe if you have not already. Let's move on to Scorpio. All right, what's going on for Scorpio this week? I'm dead, Michaela. Thank you, Rick. Yes, join the Dragon family. Do it. If you're not doing something with your life, do that. Scorpio, Moon, and Venus. Love it. All right, last shuffle for Scorpios. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Let's go. All right. The Eight of Wands, maybe traveling for some of you. The Moon. That Moon is coming out so much. We are about to have a full moon. The Ten of Wands. Okay. The Page of Swords in reverse. The High Priestess. The Seven of Cups in reverse. Oh, you intuitively know something. What's that Page of Swords in reverse? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You're afraid to say something? Aqua Baby, thank you so much for the super chat question. You're afraid to say something. even though you have a lot on your plate, you have a lot that you have to say, but you're too afraid to say it because you're assuming that if you speak out loud or if you say what it is that you're thinking or you're feeling or what your thoughts are, that you're going to miss an opportunity that is already yours. There's a lack of confidence when it comes to you speaking out about something. A lot of you are harboring, I don't know if it's resentment, but you guys have Mars going through your 12th house right now, especially if you're a Scorpio rising, okay? So some of you have some, like, you feel like you have hidden enemy things going on. Mars is you, right? Because Mars rules Scorpio and Aries respectively. But Mars rules you, and so there's almost this, like, suppression of, like, anger, or this suppression of what's going on the inside, and it's like you're just kind of keeping it to yourself because you may feel like if you speak out about something or you release some kind of issue that it's going to backfire, or you're not going to get something that you want. But I feel like it's already yours because it's an assumption that it's going to go bad or it's not going to go in your favor, when I'm wondering if it's like the opposite. Especially when Mars hits your sign, it's going to be like, oh shit, right? Scorpio ain't fucking around. In October. It feels like other people. Something about, well, Mars and Libra. Libra is like other people. What's the moon? Give me another one. For some of you, if it's love, you're wanting to express something because you feel like you've kept a lot to yourself. You may be in love with somebody or have very strong feelings for someone. Or maybe you want to know if somebody has them for you. There's that High Priestess. Justice in reverse. There's Libra. The High Priestess is the 12th house as well because it's... All right. So I feel like there's something going on behind the scenes. Such a fucking Scorpio read. The Magician. Wow, the High Priestess and the Magician. You know something, but you don't have all the facts, though. You're afraid if you address it, or if you're afraid if you confront it, that it's going to take you back a peg, or it's going to cause you to miss some kind of opportunity. But I actually think it would be the opposite. This is something that you intuitively knew already. What's that Justice in reverse? The Nine of Cups. Something's in your head, Scorpio. Something's just in your head. Like, I don't want to say everything's in your head. That's not what I'm saying. I think that there is a truth about something that you're harboring, something that you're feeling is going on behind the scenes, but you think that addressing it, or you think that whatever this thing is going to ruin your chances at something. But it's not, though. Yeah, because that Justice in reverse, it's like you feel like expressing this or confronting this or saying this or something like that is going to cause you to not get what you want. What's that High Priestess? You may think that somebody is using you. What's that Wheel of Fortune in reverse? The Devil. There's something that you can't see, but you can feel. There's something that you have the ability or you have the power to influence, or you have the power to change. You have the power to create. But you're deluded in thinking that this thing is going to stop you. Like it's like that feeling of just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not real. It's there. But you're thinking if you address it, or you're thinking that this thing is like, it's like that thing of thinking that something is actually worse than it actually is. You know? Like you're thinking that this thing is actually worse than it is. It's like, it almost feels like worst case scenario. You know what I mean? Seven of Cups in reverse. The Two of Pentacles in reverse. Then it's like you know what you know, but then you question your own reality because you don't know the outcome. You know? The Page of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Listen. I feel like for some of you, you're starting to see the reality of a person where you were maybe confused before, and you may start to realize that this person actually cannot offer you what they claimed to be able to offer you. And you may be afraid that addressing it is going to... It feels like something that's happened before, but it's like you're not wanting to bring it back up. Yeah, don't do this to yourself. Don't start like living in survival mode. Like, you know what I mean? Where you feel like you can't have any peace because you're creating this scenario in your head, or you're thinking that the worst is gonna happen. So it's like this is like, you know, I'm not saying like this is what it is, like you're a hypochondriac, but it's those people that stay in the house and wear gloves and masks all the time because they think that you know, they're gonna get sick and die if they walk out of the house. You know, I'm not saying it's obviously not that extreme, but it's like worst case scenario, assuming that walking outside you're gonna get sick, right? When it's like, yeah, you may, but not super likely, right? Like you may think that you're gonna catch like the West Nile virus or whatever the hell it's called when you walk outside, and it's like, you know, maybe 1 in a billion chance, but it's not really happening. Like you're not really going to, you know, or how do I explain, like, maybe you're at the office, right? And you think that imposing your ideas on the boss, for instance, right? Like maybe you have really good ideas, but you're afraid that speaking out and sharing your ideas is going to get you looked down upon. But then you find out you actually do speak out and it gets you a fucking promotion, you know? It's one of those things. It's like, don't be in survival mode. Live, you know, live your life. That's what that looks like to me. So thank you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Make sure that you book with me at www.violettaalexis.com. Make sure that you follow me on my Twitter and or my Instagram. All that information can be found on the screen right here in this corner below. Make sure that you become a Dragon member so you can get exclusive footage and exclusive readings, which will only be available in the members section. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Okay. Okay. Ms. Rock, you say one more thing about super chats. You say one more thing about, because you're just trolling. You say one more thing. You're done. Got it? No more asking questions about what the fucking currency is. No more asking questions about whether or not super chats are closed. Don't play stupid in my chat. If he says another thing about the super chats, Rick, I want you to end him. Got it? Okay, yes, Ashanti. Like, great. Thank you. There you go. That's what's going to get you not blocked. See how easy that was? God damn. All right, what's going on for Sagittarius? Finish him. Finish him. What's up, Taurus? Welcome back. All right, Sagittarius. Yeah, I'm not trying to hear all that. I'm not trying to hear, like, no. It's very simple. It's just not that hard. All right, let's see. The Five of Wands in reverse. The Temperance in reverse. The Six of Swords. Oh, hi, Valeria. Hi, honey. Oh, hi, baby. Hi. Oh, you want to say hi to the dragons? You want to say hi to the dragons? Hi, dragons. I love you. Hi, look at these little murder mittens. You're so cute. Boo, 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 boo. 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 Oh, she's so cute. I love you so much. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Oh, but I love you. Don't go. Take my... Okay. You're never going to escape my love. I'm a Venus and Scorpio. I'll love you forever. I'm just kidding. All right. Valeria, come back. Cat gone. I love that little shit. She's so cute. All right, sorry about that, Sag. Oh. Rachel, are you okay? Rachel, just because you type out $4.99 doesn't mean that it comes out of your account. You know what I'm saying? Love that theory, though. The Queen of Cups in reverse. I'm sorry. There's no way that these people are real. Queen of Cups. I'm so sorry. Try. It's okay, Rachel. You're doing a great job. I am also delusional. Lori, happy birthday! Lori's here. She's a Sagittarius rising. Okay, we don't judge her for it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori. Violetta loves you. It used to be Bratty loves you. It doesn't have the same ring to it when I say Violetta. Can everybody please wish, I mean, it was yesterday, but happy birthday, Lori. Everybody please wish Lori a happy belated birthday right now in the chat. Thank you. Oh, wow. What's the Temperance in reverse? The Five of Pentacles. you're moving on from something, or you may be resolving a problem that you've had with another person, or with a situation or something mentally going on with you that you've been stuck on for a while. It's this feeling of, okay, I have options available to me, or I have a choice to make, but I just don't want to make the decision. And now there's either like a resolution coming about, and it's stemming from something that either caused you financial hardship, or it's something that kind of threw you off balance in some way, where you started losing your impatience, or you felt like maybe you were spending too much money on something, etc. And now it's like you're not fighting something anymore. Astrid, thank you so much. You're not fighting something anymore. Because I feel like you want peace. I don't think that you're focused on the petty stuff anymore, because it feels like you were focused on, let's put it into currency, right? Let's say that you were focused on little petty, like petty situations in your life that really had no impact necessarily on the big picture of something. I think that you realize that focusing on the petty drama, or focusing on, nickel and diming yourself with stupid situations or people that didn't really matter, you realize it was keeping you in place. And now you're able to either resolve a situation within self or with your mental health, or resolving a situation with the person by simply just moving on from it and not hyper focusing on the thing, because it's been keeping you stuck where you thought this, like, focusing on this nickel and dime, metaphorically speaking, or literally, was helping you. It was actually hindering you. Because this is where it's at, is the big picture, is the end game. Right? It's kind of like the people who really make it in life, the people who really soar, right? They don't allow themselves to be brought down by these tiny little, imagine that you have 1 million followers on Twitter, right? Let's just say you have 1 million followers on Twitter, and one person says one little stupid ass comment, and then you say something and you reply to it, and then everybody sees it and it's taken out of context, and now you're being vilified and blah, blah, blah. It's like, if you just wouldn't have brought yourself down to that level, you wouldn't have been brought down to that level. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't focus on that one little follower out of 1 million. Focus on how the fuck you can get to 2 million, right? Hey, George, you gotta get your dragon egg back, okay? Everybody, please, thanks, Hillary. Please make sure that you give Lori Dart a lot of extra love today. It was her birthday yesterday. Make sure you give her a lot of love. She's done a lot for me and this channel. Tell me about that Queen of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The Devil in reverse. The Hierophant. So, like I was saying, it's so interesting that the more that we think that when we focus on problems, it's going to resolve the problem, when most of the time the solution has nothing to do with the problem. The solution is outside of the problem. Sometimes the solution is to do nothing at all. Stephanie, thank you so much for that super chat. I greatly appreciate that. Sometimes it's to not address it at all. Now, this doesn't mean don't address why it upsets you or why it's an issue within self. Understand where that feeling is coming from and be like, all right, great, we figured it out, get the fuck out of here, bye, and you move on, because you realize that addressing that thing is not actually addressing the deeper issue of why it bothered you in the first place, or why you felt the need to reply, or why you felt the need to focus on it. Realizing that it is a toxic mind frame, or, it's against your morals, it's against your values. Stick to your moral high ground, if anything. Focus on the bigger picture. Because this right here, focusing on this, that mental anguish, that, oh, this is stressing me out, instead of focusing on the solution, is what's going to cause more problems. 10 of Cups in reverse. Rachel, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi, sorry. Why are you sorry? Mira! What's up, Mira? Tell me about that 10 of Cups in reverse. The Lovers. Whew. Four of Swords in reverse. The Two of Wands. The Two of Swords. The Eight of Wands. Some of you have Mercury in Sagittarius for that to come out. 10 of Cups in reverse, the Lovers, the Four of Swords in reverse, and the Two of Wands. Now you have a choice. You have a choice, okay? At the end of the week, you're going to realize. You can focus on why your family member is a piece of shit, and you can try to, let's say it's a family member, you can focus on why your family member is a piece of shit, and you know, how they've hurt you and why they're hurting you, and right, let's just say it's family, right? Or you can ask yourself, why am I still associating myself with this person? Or why am I still involved in a relationship that makes me feel like crap when I could actually have a relationship like this? Like the Lovers. There's a higher self moment that you have an opportunity to take a hold of before the lower vibrational moment takes a hold of you and swallows you whole, like a sea monster in the ocean. Cause like, why address it? This is what I've learned in my 37 years of life, okay? Just turned 27 a couple days ago. 27. God, no, I'd never go back there. Did I say 27? Bitch, please. That's delusional, right? So, what I've learned in my 37 years of life, sometimes to keep the peace here, you have to be comfortable with the chaos it's going to cause over here. Let me say that again. Sometimes to keep the peace here, you have to be comfortable with the chaos it's going to create over there. Because when we are keeping the peace within ourselves, there's going to be other people that don't like it. And it's usually because those people are not at peace with themselves in their own situations. And guess what? That's not on you. That's not for you to deal with. Your advice is observation. This is looking like, at a distance, seeing something for what it is. And being okay with not having the power to change that. And having the power to let that be exactly what it is, so you can keep your power. Because as soon as, see, the thing is energy is like currency, and I was just saying this on my birthday broadcast. Energy is like currency. If you spend it in one place, you're not going to have it elsewhere. If I have $100 and I go to the mall and I spend $90 on clothes, I am not going to have any money for groceries, right? Barely, right? So where are you spending your energy? You can observe, you can be like, okay, got that. Why does that bother me? Okay, noted. And then you move on and you keep your fucking peace. So thank you so much, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you guys would like to book with me, you can visit www.violettaalexis.com. And you can also follow me on Twitter and or Instagram. That information can be found on the screen, which is right here in the corner. Also, make sure that you become a Dragon member. In order to become a Dragon member, you would need to go in the description box, which is listed below, and you can get exclusive access to exclusive footage and videos and readings. So make sure that you guys do that. It's $4.99 and up. Okay. You're welcome, Little Wing. Capricorn. Tolis says, any insight of yours, no matter what sign you read, is helpful. Aw, thank you, precious maybe. That's so nice. Thank you for saying that. Violetta, you don't look a day over 26. Get out! Get the fuck out! Liar! You know what's funny? As I was very beautiful when I was younger. But I let the world make me believe that I wasn't. And so what I ended up doing was I ended up caking on my makeup, wearing wigs. Not that there's anything wrong with that, absolutely. But, you know, I felt like I had to do these things consistently. Because people who felt bad about themselves made me feel that I was ugly. And I always was very beautiful, you know, when I was younger. And now that I've kind of started, like, don't get me wrong, I mean, I still wear makeup and stuff like that, but nothing like I used to. I mean, I used to cake it on so much, and I used to wear these, like, crazy clothes. You know, because I felt like I had to distract people from the fact that I felt ugly inside because of how I allowed the world to make me feel about myself. And as I got older, really just in this past year and a half, I started to kind of reclaim my own physicality, reclaim my own... my beauty. I don't even wear foundation anymore, you know. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't think that there's anything wrong with wearing makeup. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm telling you the reason why I did it to a degree that was just so masking. And I don't want to allow the world to make me feel the way that it made me feel when I was young and I was beautiful. And life is just too short to have people telling you that you're this, that, and the third, when it's like, you know, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Life is too short to walk around life feeling like you're too fat, you're too stupid, you're too short, you're too tall, you're too this, you're too that, you're not good enough, you're too ugly, whatever the case is, and not being able to enjoy your life because of all these standards that other people have set in place for you that aren't even your own. Oh, Vern, thank you so much. Oh, you're a Capricorn. I love it. Oh, thanks, Cotis. Thank you, Lori. So are you. I feel the same way about you. You know, it was crazy because I had a Zoom call with Lori. I hope you don't mind me saying so, but she had booked a while back with me in the summertime. And, you know, just like career stuff. And, I ended up having, like, I went, like, like 30 minutes over time because I wanted to talk to her. And she gave me so much insight on myself and so much insight on who I am and what I bring to the table, even just as far as YouTube goes. And I felt like I had to pay her for a fucking Zoom call. It was so refreshing, honestly. I am too bald. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. There are women who like that. You know, it's kind of like what I was saying earlier in the, what was it, the Leo read, where I was talking about, you know, let's say you're a fish and someone or something puts the fish in the tree and then makes fun of you because you can't fly. And it's like, well, you know, it's like, for instance, you know, I'm not trying to be weird, right? But I have all right, let me put it like this. Let me not make this about myself. But, you know, there are some guys out there that like little boobs. There are some guys out there that like bigger boobs. There are some women out there that like, you know, bigger bellies. There are some women out there that like abs, you know? Like, that's the thing. Like me, like, for instance, like, I like more of a squishier physique on a man. It's more comfortable, you know? Not that there's anything wrong with a guy that has abs, but, like, the guy that I would marry would be more, like, comfortable to sit on. You know what I mean? But... you know, maybe not every woman likes that, but I do, right? So there's somebody out there for everybody. So just be you, you know? I don't know. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? There's nothing wrong with having a bald head. Anna, Violetta, I love listening to life stories. You are so amazing and inspirational. Thank you for you. Truly amazing. Oh, you're truly amazing. Thank you, honey. Squishy men are better for cuddling. Hell yeah. Bald is hot. Yeah, nothing wrong with bald either, you know? Like my aunt, right? Like my aunt loves bald men. Loves it. Give it to her. Receding hairline, just bald down the middle with the patches on the sides. She don't care. She wants bald, bitch. She doesn't care how she's gotta get it. She wants bald. You know? All right, what's going on for Capricorns this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Hey, Indigo. Mira, the balder, the better. The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Just kidding. Tupac line, if you don't know. Yeah, we like a recliner couch guy, all right? I don't like the I was just saying this the other day. I don't like, not that it's not nice to look at, but for being with, I don't want the decorative couch, the decorative chair that's kind of like you got to sit in it in a certain way and you don't want to get it dirty, right? No. Give me that fucking recliner that's been in your family for years, that sits in the corner of the living room, and as soon as you sit on it, it just is so form-fitting. It feels like your favorite pair of flannel pajama pants. Right? I want a couch I can sit on. I want a chair I can sit on. You know what I'm saying, ladies? I'm sorry. I can't help myself. All right. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Show me this coming week. Lazy boy. Give me the beanbag chair. Right. You know what I mean? I don't want to feel like I got a shower to sit on your chair. You know? And I'm a little bony, so I need somebody who's a little squishy. You see these fucking arms? Look like fucking Gumby. Okay. 3 of Pentacles. Justice. Wow, 2 of Cups. The Devil. Well, that's just you. The 2 of Wands. The Death in reverse. Interesting. I like it. Tell me about that 3 of Pentacles. Okay. I love it. I honestly love it, Capricorn. I really do. This is just peace. It's just fucking peace, man. You know, it's just peace. You're just at peace with something where you were at war before. some kind of conflict that you were having, some kind of, and it's not just any conflict, it's petty conflict, it's petty drama at work, it's blah, blah, blah. No more. It seems like this week, at least from what I see in the energy, it's this finally getting along, finally making something right, finally balancing out a relationship, with your lover, with your husband, with your wife, with your coworker, with somebody. It's about making things right. And you're standing in your power here. There's a strong determination. There's this like gall. Like you are, like, listen, bitch, you are fucking determined. I feel like a lot of you have been through a lot of war in your life, metaphorically, or maybe literally, or maybe you're in the military, I don't know. But you have been through a lot of war or addictions. Why did I say it like that? Addictions. Addictions. I'm so sorry. Okay. Like addictions, fears, strains, setbacks, restrictions. You know, the devil is Saturn. And now you're getting to this point this week where you're finding some form of peace. Some of you could win a court case with that justice there. Okay. Now look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Some of you where you thought that something would never, ever work in your favor, right? The Temperance. You can be confident that it probably will with that King of Wands. Let's take a look at that Two of Wands. The Empress. Wow. Wow, that's so pretty. This is beautiful. I love this so much. The Knight of Wands. Okay. Some of y'all are getting freaky. Some of y'all are getting freaky with somebody. If you're this Empress here, hold on. Careful of getting pregnant, okay? Or getting someone pregnant if you're a dude. Give me one more for this row. The Hierophant. Damn. Taurus, Aquarius. Tell me, what's that Two of Wands? What's the plan? The Ace of Swords. If you're this Empress, you could... You could be receiving some kind of communication about some kind of plan to do something. It could be travel with that Six of Swords, that Two of Wands. It could be something in regards to what you're creating. It could be in regards to even a relationship, marriage, something like that, something that you're trying to learn. Excuse me, some kind of educational path. What's that Empress? Ma'am, 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 ma'am. I gotta have my water bottle, my squirt bottle here. Sorry, it's my cat. You see your worth in a situation. If you are a feminine, you are seeing your worth in a situation. You are being offered something substantial. It's either some kind of relationship offer, some kind of marriage offer. Maybe if you're in a relationship, maybe it is some kind of educational path. And it's interesting because it's like everything is just falling into your lap. If you're a masculine and you're dealing with some kind of feminine, I feel like there's some kind of conversation going on about some form of game plan between you and this individual in regards to a relationship. You seem to be very attracted to this person, but for others of you, if we're just talking about generally speaking, you're very much getting into creative mode. You have an idea. You have an idea and you're planning to do it. You're very motivated to do whatever this is. It's like a eureka moment. Tell me about that Hierophant. It's something about, it's Five of Pentacles. It's something about money. building wealth, double Taurus energy, Taurus again. Something that you're creating seems to be creating wealth. Helping you resolve an issue so you can follow a dream. Tell me about this death in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse. The King of Wands. The Lovers. Wow. What's that High Priestess in reverse? The Star. You start to realize that you have been wasting your highest potential by focusing on your lowest potential. You've been holding on to old things, old belief systems, old people, old things that don't suit you anymore, and you realize how you've been sabotaging yourself because of it. If we're trying to move forwards by walking backwards so we can still focus on what's been going on in the past, how do you think that's going to affect our future? Right? Either going to end up, walking off of a cliff or, destroying ourselves in the process. And I feel like there's something that you're learning that you were not sure of before, something that you're learning that's maybe a little confusing to you, but you're getting the confidence to make higher self decisions. And because you're making higher self decisions, you're getting higher self outcomes. And it could be in regards to a relationship. Night. Interesting. So in this deck, this honestly talks about getting enough sleep. Maybe this is a metaphor. Maybe this is talking about what is your dream? Like, what is your dream, right? We dream at night, right? Like, what is your highest dream? How can you achieve it? Or maybe it's actually like, bitch, you need to get some sleep so you can accomplish the things that you need to accomplish. Like, and I'm not saying that this is for everybody, but I remember when I started going to bed early, my body would naturally wake up at 5:30 and I'd be like, hell yeah, let's go. Swear to God. And I have never been that person. And by the time noon rolled around, I had already ate breakfast, I had already went to the gym, I had already done a personal reading for somebody, blah, 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 blah. And by the time 12, like noon or 1 o'clock came around, it was like I had a second day and I still had just even more energy than when I had when I first woke up. And I realized how much I could accomplish by doing that. And so for some of you, that's what it is. Because the thing is that we all want higher self dreams, but we never do the higher work. We never actually vibrate in the, not the higher realm. It's like, I was just telling somebody the other day, right? It's like, we all want $1 million, right? We all want $1 million. I want $1 million. Let's say, okay, I'm talking to you and we're talking one-on-one. And I was like, okay, well, I have $1 million business. I'm going to give it to you. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. Would you be in the vibration to be able to manage that $1 million company? Or would you be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing? You'd probably be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? So it's like, we all want $1 million, but we all wouldn't really know what to do with $1 million. So it's like, what can you do to change make these little tiny changes, even if it's going to bed a couple hours earlier so you can wake up earlier and get twice as much done. You know what I mean? It's like something like that. You want big things, it starts with doing the small things first. All right, thank you so much, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can visit www.violettaalexis.com. You can also follow me on Twitter and or Instagram. That information can be found right here in the corner of the screen. Also, if you want access to exclusive footage and exclusive videos, especially when it comes to readings, you can join my Dragon members group, and that information can be found in the description box below, okay? All right, let's do Aquarius. Yeah, Lance, it's really, you know, it's really crazy what a good night's sleep can do for you. You're welcome, Delaware Tom. Right, Lori. Exactly. Exactly. Renegade. Yes. Yes, you guys. Wish Lori a happy birthday, please. All right, what's going on for Aquarius this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Cups in reverse. Seven of Wands. The Hierophant. That's my man. I'm going to stick beside him. That's okay. Ugh. Honey, 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 honey. What's that Eight of Pentacles in reverse? Fabian, thank you so much for the super chat question. Sorry, I just totally stuttered. What's that Eight of Cups in reverse? The Six of Swords. Well, this is interesting to me. You have the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Okay. There could have been someone who used you to... somebody who used you... It could have been for money. Somebody could have used you for money, is using you for money, something like that. I'm not going to lie. There's this energy of something or someone that you've already moved on from that you seem to be returning to. And this is your energy. So it's showing me that it's you. Okay? And you're going back to someone that you've already ruined your reputation with. But I feel like they have ruined theirs with you. It's where you felt like you could never win. And this is something or someone that you kept revisiting or you keep revisiting. Either physically or mentally. And you realize that no matter how much you beat the dead horse is never going to survive anyway. It's like feeling somebody's pulse, realizing that they're dead, but you keep giving them, what is that thing called? Where you breathe, you're trying to breathe life back into them. A vowel for 500. Can't remember what it's called. Not the Heimlich maneuver. CPR. And it's like, you know, this motherfucker's been dead for a week and you're still performing CPR on a dead person. And it's like, ugh. What makes the Seven of Wands? The Ace of Wands in reverse. But that's the thing, is that you start realizing that you're not getting anywhere with a person, with a job, something like that. And you're like, okay. You know, this is like you standing up for yourself, you standing up for your morals, your values, you realizing that you've given and given yourself into a situation or a person or a relationship or a job, and you're actually not getting anywhere. And that your potential is far higher than what you've been involved in or involving yourself in. You realize that you've been getting used, that you've been getting played, underpaid, whatever the case is. It's like you're standing up for yourself in a situation. Tell me about that Two of Cups in reverse. The Strength. Yeah, it's like something where you feel completely misunderstood, but it's almost like you feel misunderstood on purpose. You start to realize that nothing's actually going to change because nothing actually ever has. the King of Swords. You're making head over heart decisions. And there could be somebody here who is advising you this week. Three of Swords in reverse, about a situation that you should have been over a long time ago. Something that ended. Someone who robbed you of your money, took you for your cash, you know, ate up all the snacks in your house, used your car, I don't know, whatever the thing was. Tell me about that, that strength. The Death card, yeah, it's done. Because you realize nothing is going to change. You ever had that moment where, like, for instance, if this is about love, you ever had that moment where you're sitting there and you've had a fight, like, a million times with somebody, and you realize that you're back here again, you're having the same fight, and you just have that moment where you're like, you're never going to change. Wow. Okay. This has been good. This has been an experience. Like, that you're having that moment. Tell me about that King of Swords. Somebody has tried to gaslight you. Somebody's trying to gaslight you to keep you at the job. Somebody's trying to manipulate you to keep you in the relationship. I just think that you're over it. You may have very much cared at one point what this boss thought, what this friend thought, what this person thought. You just realize that maybe you are not necessarily the problem. Maybe the only problem with you is expecting something to change, or expecting a tiger to change his stripes, that when it's just not going to happen. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Moon. The Queen of Swords in reverse. See, but this is the lesson, though, because this is somebody who has, I heard trained you. What the fuck? This is somebody who has triggered some kind of subconscious fear, subconscious issues, maybe that you inherited from childhood or from abusive relationships, self-worth, self-value issues being triggered, etc. The Empress in reverse, the Four Wands, and the Knight of Swords. The Chariot, the High Priestess in reverse. It seems like you are getting down to the bottom of a situation that made you feel less than. That makes you feel less than. Something that you've harbored. Because this is what I've said before. I've said this a million times, where we think that somebody has created a problem within us, but when actually we've had the problem the entire time. And God sends people or situations into our lives to be able to trigger that internal issue, that childhood issue, that traumatic issue, etc., so we can look at it. Because a lot of the times we harbor these things, we forget that they're there until there's a situation that brings it out of us. And it's the universe being like, hey, did you forget about this? We need to fix this because this is actually causing you more harm than good. And that's the thing about the subconscious, is we don't actually realize how it affects our day-to-day life. The subconscious habits that we have, the subconscious things that we do. I mean, this is the time, this is really the time for you to look at whatever it is. I would listen to your intuition above all else. Growth. So it's an opportunity for you to grow and for you to move past the thing that has inhibited you in some way. Tell me about that growth card. The Page of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's hindered some kind of opportunities because you've been stuck on dipshit over here, on this crappy job that isn't doing you any favors. So I feel like after going back to this dead horse and constantly trying to beat it, thinking that that's going to wake it up, you're realizing that you just can't do that anymore. I think you have somebody that's definitely trying to challenge your morals and your values, but it's like you're shooting them down. So I feel like this is just another opportunity for growth. And you realize that once you start to stand up to whether it's your abuser, or you start to fight for yourself instead of fight with someone else, because when you're fighting with someone else, you're actually still fighting against yourself. You just don't realize it. You stand up for yourself, and you leave it there. You don't have to constantly go back and forth with a person. You already know everything that you need to know about that person or that situation. Why do you continue to do this to yourself? You know? I don't know if that makes sense. So, and then you realize that once you do that and you clear out that space, you realize how much more gets invited into your life. Because you're telling the universe what you want. You're showing the universe what you want. And what you want is going to be determined by what you're spending your energy on. So thank you so much, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. If you would like to book with me, you can visit www.violettaalexis.com. You can also follow me on Instagram and or Twitter. That information can be found right here in the description box below. Also, make sure that you become a Dragon member. That information can also be found in the description box below, and that will give you access to exclusive footage and exclusive readings that are not available on the main page. Okay? Pisces, last but not least, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Yes, I love that Aqua Baby. What's up, Carrie? You're welcome. What's up, Isha? You're welcome. Aw, you're so welcome, honey, of course. Thank you, Rick, for being here. All right, let's go, Pisces. What's going on for Pisces this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. What's going on for Pisces? Three of Wands in reverse. The Empress. The Lovers in reverse. The Four of Pentacles, interesting. The Five of Wands in reverse. And that moon. That moon is coming out for fucking everybody. What's the Three of Wands in reverse? A lot of you are just annoyed. Like, I don't want to say you're annoyed because it doesn't really feel like you can, like you're bothered per se. Because it's almost expected. It seems like there's somebody that you waited on to, that you were trying to, what's the right word? You were trying to give somebody, or you're trying to give somebody the benefit of the doubt. And you were waiting for that moment where you felt like you could actually believe that, right? Like you were waiting for that moment where it was like, okay, yes, I was right to give them the benefit of the doubt. But you're realizing, oh my God, that's just never going to happen, right? Or for a situation to change or whatever the case. And so now you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to do me, right? Because you feel like something is failing. someone is failing, something is failing, and you're just disconnecting from it altogether. It's like you're starting to lose the passion that you once had, or you're starting to lose, I don't know if it's the love, maybe, but you're just like you know, when someone just does that one last thing where you're like, ugh, no, thanks. But it's interesting because you're not really bothered. It's like where you gave something or someone the benefit of the doubt, waiting for that moment where you're like, oh yeah, I'm glad I did that. You don't get that moment, and you're like, whatever. But it's not like affecting your self-worth. It's not particularly affecting your mood. Maybe there's a little bit of disappointment or like, annoyance, like a fly at a barbecue. But you're just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to play my cards close to the chest. You know, I'm not going to give this thing the benefit of the doubt anymore. I'm not going to give this person the benefit of the doubt anymore. For some of you, you're just very much getting into this creative space. You're channeling the frustration and you're turning it into some kind of creative space, or you're very much focused on self-care. You're like, okay, well, I can't worry about you or about this or this situation or whatever's going on. Like, I have my own things. It's very much a lot of self-care, not taking risks, you know, not giving the benefit of the doubt anymore. Just doubt. Not in yourself, though. Yeah, Five of Wands in reverse. Not fighting it. What's the point? What's the point of fighting it? What's the point of the petty, like, whatever? Why even involve myself? You know, it's... Yeah, the Hierophant, staying on moral high grounds, maybe focusing on your education, focusing on spiritual matters. Four of Swords, keeping to yourself, keeping your peace. I mean, this has got to be the least complicated reading that we've had all day. Okay. The World and the Ace of Wands, and you seem to be getting more shit done because of it. You know? It's like, oh, glad that's over, right? It's like, I'm getting a very, like, Paris Hilton vibe off of this. Like, let me tell you, she's an Aquarius, but Paris Hilton, I was just having a conversation about her, but she's very, like, nonchalant, like, I don't care. This bitch, she literally made a career for years off of playing dumb when she's not. Kind of like Trisha Paytas. You know, but, like, obviously, you know, kind of different scale, right? But you're at peace with something failing, so to speak. But it's not you, though. Anything with mental health that you've been going through is being resolved through a creative process, or through keeping to yourself, or through self-care. And you seem to be completing some kind of cycle that is actually inspiring you in some kind of creative way. For some of you, you're getting laid, okay? And, like, you've worked quite hard for your peace, I would say. And this is the biggest accomplishment of all, is because now you've got it. You have the moon here. So here you are. Tell me about that moon energy for Pisces at the second half of the week. The Three of Swords. It's something that you knew anyway, but because it was something that you intuitively knew anyway. But you gave it the benefit of the doubt, and now it's just become more of an annoyance than, I think, a painful situation. The Queen of Cups, no love lost, you're just an idiot, you know, or something like that. Like moral high ground vibes. Yeah, it's just... You're not going to lose yourself through someone else. They're just going to lose you if it's about a person, you know? For some of you, you're doing a lot of emotional work behind the scenes. You're doing a lot of emotional work behind the scenes, focusing on your creativity, focusing on your money. What's the Five of Pentacles? The Eight of Wands. Why even say anything? Sometimes to keep your own peace, you have to keep the silence. You're just very determined to move forward. What's the Three of Swords? The Page of Swords, something that you saw, something that you heard, something you observed. It's like, oh, okay. I gave the benefit of the doubt, and that didn't really serve me, so thanks a lot. Your advice is communication. What about it? I feel that, Mira. Tell me about it. Give me one more. Damn, the Temperance and the Devil. Silence is an answer, and sometimes silence is the answer. Because I have the Temperance and the Devil. Sometimes, oh man, what was I just gonna say? Oh my god, I just lost it. What was I gonna say? I was trying to say something about sometimes you have to do the opposite of what you would think you need to do in order to resolve a situation. Like for instance, now this is a really dumb example, so please excuse me, but let's say that you want to go to the casino, right? Let's say you wanted to go to the casino and you're wanting more money. And so you take your money and you spend like 20 bucks in the machine, right? No, you're not winning anything. You're not winning anything. You're like, let me put another $20, you know, maybe, right? You're not winning anything. And then you're like, ooh, you know, well, I really want to win some money, right? So you put more quarters in there and you're like realizing it's not going to give it to me, right? You're actually going to have more money if you stop spending it. You think that you're going to make more money by spending the money, but you're not, you know? And sometimes you have to do the opposite of what you think you need to do. And I feel like because with that Four of Pentacles, that's what you're doing. You're like, I can't chance this anymore. And so that's what I mean by you would think that communicating through something is going to resolve an issue, but it's actually the silence that's going to resolve it. So, Pisces, thank you so much. Not a bad week for you guys. If you want to book with me, you can book with me at violettaalexis.com. You can also follow me on my Instagram and or Twitter. That information is on the screen, which is right here. Also, make sure that you become a Dragon member so you can get access to exclusive footage and exclusive readings. That information can be found in the description box below, okay? So let's go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and do Super Chat answers. And then we're going to move on. Oh, what a sweetie. Okay, let's see here. All right, it's cool. Yeah. You're welcome, Soulless. Thank you, Selena. Thank you for the Super Chat question. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, Super Chat answers, please, for my dragons in order. Super Chat answers, please. Super Chat answers, please. Super Chat answers. Super Chat answers. Last shuffle. Okay. Michaela, should I move forward with the legal proceedings or let the universe deal with him? What happens if she moves forward with the legal proceedings from her perspective? The Empress, the King of Swords. You're going to hire a hell of a lawyer. Queen of Wands in reverse, but you're also going to piss somebody off. I think it looks good. I mean, Empress, King of Swords, Queen of Wands in reverse. What's the Queen of Wands in reverse? The Two of Cups. Feels like somebody that maybe is dealing with the guy you're talking about is going to be really pissed off at you, but I feel like you're going to succeed. What happens if the universe deals with them? Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Swords, Seven of Swords in reverse. I feel like something will come out eventually. I think that he's either just going to suffer regardless, if I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like something will come up about him anyway, or he will be forced to confess something or be honest about something anyway. You know? I mean, I'll pull an advice message for you. Anticipation. So this is like telling me that maybe you're expecting the worst, or you're thinking about something too much, like you're overthinking something too much, like anticipating the worst. I'm kind of feeling like you need to make a connection with somebody, whether it's a lawyer or God or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if you're really worried about something, this is what I do. Like, I don't know what you believe in, okay? But when I'm feeling stressed, I will literally ask God to take my anxiety away from me, or take my negativity away from me, and it works, okay? Or you could actually form a bond with somebody, because I saw bond in anticipation, maybe like a lawyer, to help you out. So I mean, it's really up to you. But if you're not going to do any of those things and you're just going to give it to God, then I would just allow that and then let it go. You know what I mean? Chanel, may I have cards on my current work situation, please? Thank you. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. You may, wow, the King of Pentacles. Okay. It seems like maybe there's a male here who regrets something, some kind of situation. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what they regret. I don't know if they regret some kind of financial thing. I feel like you have a woman here who will be on your side, or who will have your back with something. I think that there's some kind of collaboration to be had, or I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is you. Some kind of collaboration to be had. What's that? Let me just ask. What's the Five of Cups? The Knight of Cups in reverse. Somebody could be jealous of another person at work. Someone may regret being an asshole at work, or being in a mood or something like that. Leela, thank you so much for the super chat. I don't know. Looks like some kind of camaraderie though. Like, make friends with the female there. I don't know if that makes sense. MK Seeds, will things ever change with me and my ex-Scorpio? Can't seem to shake these dreams of them. What will change? Is something going to change? The Six of Cups, the Three of Wands in reverse. I feel like you both think about one another, but I feel like sitting there and just waiting, I feel like waiting in vain. You know, it's just like waiting in vain. I feel like there will be thoughts, like positive thoughts between the two of you, but it just feels like nothing's actually happening. Courtney Renee, is Kevin planning anything when it comes to our connection? The Knight of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like he's very determined to get you to take a risk on him, to get you to kind of let go and communicate with him. I definitely think that he wants to have sexual intercourse with you. I don't know why I said intercourse, but it feels like he wants to have some kind of intercourse with you, some kind of conversation, some kind of initiation. It feels like he's going to be the one to initiate the conversation. You're very welcome, Tom, anytime. Stephanie, you're amazing. Thank you so much for all your time and all the messages you have shared with all of us. Thank you for the great guidance, advice, and all answers needed. Have an awesome day. Oh, Stephanie, thank you so much. That means the world to me. Anna, yay. Hey, Anna. I finally graduate next year and get my bachelor's. What's to come for my career? Thank you. The Chariot. Love that. The Page of Pentacles in reverse. The Tower in reverse. I would make sure that you have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed. There may be this, you may be very determined to like go full force with something, but you may be lacking some form of information. I feel like you're needing to, I don't know what it is. I don't know if you need to get more documents in order, if you're missing a piece of the puzzle. And maybe kind of off to a rough start at first with the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun, the Queen of Swords in reverse, which can be kind of triggering, or maybe you're feeling a little like you don't have a lot of clarity around a situation. I think that your best bet with this is to keep the optimism, because it feels like it's your mindset that's really going to get you the most money, or it's your mindset that's going to get you exactly where you're needing to go. Aqua Baby, Leela, and Stephanie, thank you so much for the super chat questions. Does that make sense? I would focus on educating yourself more, paying attention more, putting in more of an effort, not just being determined to go full steam ahead, like cardinal energy, but also having the brains to back it up, which clearly you do, right? But putting in the effort that you need to in order to implement this change that you have, and or the change that you want, and also making sure that you are giving to a positive mindset above all else. Keeping a positive mindset and having a healthy sense of self-esteem. BC, will my Aquarius try to reconcile with me? The 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups in reverse. This person may be in another relationship. I'm not going to lie. Give me one more. Yeah, 8 of Cups. I don't think so. This person may end up being in another relationship. I hate to say that, BC. I hate to say that. I'm so sorry. But I feel like this person may be in another relationship or end up getting another relationship, which really hurts, and I'm really sorry. And if that's the case, fuck them, right? S. Hi, V. What are his current feelings towards me? 6 of Wands in reverse, the 7 of Wands in reverse. This may be somebody who acts quite confident, but they're actually quite intimidated by you for whatever reason. What would he say? Currently not in contact. The High Priestess, the 2 of Pentacles. I think he would keep a lot of things to himself. I think that this is somebody who sexually desires you very much. The High Priestess is somebody who's very desirable. I feel like with the 2 of Pentacles, I feel like he would just kind of play it cool. Or he would say, I feel like this person finds you intimidating. That's what it feels like. But I don't think he would ever tell you that. So, there's the truth. Aqua Baby, what should I expect next in regards to love? Nothing too relationship-y, please. Okay, let me see. Stephanie, thank you so much. Shut up, Lori. Shut up, shut up, shut up. 7 of Cups. Could be somebody who gets very, like, sexually aroused by you, or like 18 it up, guys. Sexually aroused by you. Somebody who sexually fantasizes about you. Ooh! I'm feeling a rebound. I'm feeling like you're going to get a rebound or something like that. Or somebody who is using you as a rebound. Sorry. Like 7 of Cups, 4 of Cups in reverse, and the 3 of Swords in reverse. This is like somebody maybe utilizing somebody else for sex to be able to get over another person. That's what that feels like. 6 of Swords, Strength in reverse, 10 of Swords in reverse. It just feels like somebody may be utilizing you to get over another person, or you're doing that to somebody else. The main sign that I have here is Leo. It's to like get over another. You know, not even gonna lie to you. Thank you so much, Aqua Baby. Mizrak, in October, is October a good month for me? The Hierophant and the 2 of Swords. I feel like you're keeping your peace. You're staying on moral high ground. You may be educating yourself with something. Maybe you're focusing on a relationship if you have one. The Hierophant can be about a higher level of learning. You know, it is Taurus energy, so maybe you're just making money, keeping the peace, etc. There could be a decision that you're also trying to make around education, or around a relationship, or around a financial endeavor. But I feel like it looks fine. It looks peaceful. It looks chill, basically. Thank you so much, Mizrak. Astrid, hey, gorgeous. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. What does L want from me? The Death in reverse, doesn't want to let you go. Wants to revisit some kind of conversation from the past. 9 of Wands in reverse, wants you to give in. Lovers in reverse, be careful. This could be somebody who has, like, ulterior motives, or This could be somebody who wants you to give in, even though the feelings aren't necessarily equal, or wants somebody, this could be somebody who wants you to give in to this connection, even though they haven't really chosen you specifically. Or if you're dealing with two people, this could be somebody who wants you to give up on another person, okay? Or they want you to give in to them. But I don't think they want you to let go. I also don't think that they've changed. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me get an advice message for that. Territory, yeah, I would say kind of protect yourself a little bit, you know, just be cautious. Thank you so much, Astrid. Thank you so much, Stephanie Aragon Santiago, for the super chat donation. Rachel McCarty, hi, sorry, anything new in love? Ugh, the Emperor in reverse and the King of Cups in reverse. I would say you may have a couple of options, to be completely honest. Maybe Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But I feel like this is somebody who's highly controlling, highly manipulative, will literally say anything. This is giving me narcissist vibes, okay? I'm not diagnosing anybody, but this is giving me narcissistic vibes. This is like somebody who's coming in and acting like you're the world and acting like they're a man and they got stuff under control or whatever the case is. But it's like they're really just a pussy, you know? Sorry. Anna R. Will we find our way back to each other after a third party? Four of Swords in reverse, Temperance in reverse makes me feel like you or this person's going to end up losing their patience. I kind of feel like it's you. I feel like nothing is getting fixed. Nothing is changing. Nothing is getting healed. It's just this never-ending cycle of whatever the fuck this is, to be honest. It just keeps repeating itself. It's like oil and milk. You know, it's like not really making sense. The sense isn't sensing. You know what I mean? Sorry, Anna. Samantha Jane, hey Brady, how does my Cancer view the connection in retrospect? Been no contact for a while. Wow. The World and the Wheel of Fortune. This is somebody, okay, who's like, okay, well, you know, closed out, moving on, kind of letting go of control, not necessarily trying to repeat a cycle. It just feels like they're at peace with something. I'm not saying that doesn't mean that they don't want you, you know, but there's an ending with the World there. It's like a peaceful closure, and then there's a Wheel of Fortune. What's out there? What's next? Okay, I don't feel like they would be opposed to hearing from you or something, but it just feels like they're just letting go of control. They're not focused too strangely on it. If that makes sense. Fabian, what's my person of interest MC's feelings for me at the moment? The Knight of Swords, they want to get down to the bottom of something, or they want to ask you a question about something, possibly about some kind of missed opportunity or about an opportunity that's lingering between the two of you. The Five of Pentacles could be something about if somebody was left out, or maybe somebody's feelings got hurt in some way. This person may want to talk to you about that, or figure out like what your thoughts are on some kind of missed opportunity or some kind of abandonment or blocking, or it feels like somebody's feelings were hurt. Dina, what's good, V? What's the energy of my next 6 months? The Fool, okay. The Ace of Wands. I love that. Taking initiative, leaving the baggage behind you. It seems like you're getting creatively inspired to do something. Damn, the Star. This is double Uranus energy with the Fool and the Star here. So this makes me feel like you're doing something out of the box. I would check to see either where Uranus is in your natal chart, but it makes me more so feel like look at Uranus where Taurus is in your chart, because that's where Uranus is currently transiting. I would take a look at that, because I feel like you are taking a leap of faith in regards to wherever Uranus is in your natal chart. Knight of Pentacles could be something financial, could be something that you're working on. Slow and steady kind of wins the race. It feels like you're accomplishing some kind of dream, or your hope is getting like reignited in something. You're starting something. Thanks, Rick James Martinez. Stephanie, thank you so much. Selena Marie, hey V, what are Zeke's? Oh my God. That is so weird that you said that name. What are Zeke's Leo's feelings about me? I'm going to be honest, it doesn't seem like he really has a specific intent with this. It feels like he's in this mode of looking good, feeling good, smelling good, or at least that's how he feels about himself. it feels like any fears that he had, any like feeling on stuck mode with you or something like that, or in his head, or it seems like he's, for lack of a better term, like choosing to focus on himself, maybe not giving his mental energy so much attention. How does he see her? The Hangman. He feels like you're not really doing anything, or he feels like, you know, maybe you have made some sacrifices, or maybe you're seeing things from a different angle. Thank you so much, Selena. Let's see. Thanks, Mary Wilson. Leela, hey, Brady. Will Aquarius reach out one day to have a conversation? Thank you. Yep, and it's going to be a fight. 5 of Wands, the Devil. I don't feel like this person has changed. I feel like it's right back to the bullshit. I don't think this person is ever going to take accountability with the Justice in reverse, but with that Page of Cups, he's going to kind of offer something that isn't really shit, and it's going to disappear in a couple of days. You know, it's like that right back to square one. Nothing's really changed. You know, it's just kind of more so like disappointing. Sacred space. This is like protect your peace, you know? It's like the energy of like protect your peace, because I don't feel like that's going to be peace. Stephanie, thank you. Aqua Baby, will entertaining Gemini Sun Cancer Moon help or hurt my career? I need one more for that. I feel like there'll be a reason to have like a celebration about it. Like it'll be fun, it'll be exciting, etc. with that 4 of Wands, but that 2 of Wands in reverse and the Hermit kind of makes me feel like this experience will make you realize something, that maybe you actually don't need this person, or you will start to realize that this person is kind of keeping you in a box. There's something that you're going to learn about you. Give me an advice message for this. Ghosts. Why do I feel like this would haunt you? Hermit could be like a dark night of the soul kind of vibe. I don't know. It's giving me like, it may seem fun at first, but then you may realize like this person doesn't actually have a plan, or you may start to get a little indecisive, and you may start to kind of like fall back a little bit. I don't know. I would say no. I don't think so, to be honest. Let me see. Leela, why I had to pass through my last experience, and why am I not able to heal properly from it? Okay, love that. Love that nail just falling right off there. We love that so much. Okay, let me see. Why'd you have to pass through this last experience? The 9 of Cups in reverse and the 10 of Wands in reverse. Because you had to realize that breaking your back for something was not actually going to get you what you wanted. It was actually going to get you the opposite of what you wanted. And to not do that anymore. Let me see. Why can she not heal from it? Because you keep ruminating about it. 7 of Pentacles, the Page of Swords in reverse. I feel like you don't have all of the facts about something. I feel like you're still sitting, like, I don't want to say sitting around, but you're still assuming that something is an option, or you're still maybe wondering or assuming that something or someone is still invested, or, you know what I mean? It's almost like a place of naivety, I guess you could say, but I almost feel like it is self-induced naivety, like where you are purposely doing that to protect yourself from a reality. Advice is wrath. I'm almost feeling like go to the gym. I don't know why I'm feeling that. Like, I feel like there's something going on the inside where you're needing to take that anger, you're needing to take what may feel like sadness could actually be unresolved anger from the situation. I'm feeling like there's something that you're needing to do, like a way that you're needing to channel the energy. I don't know if it's in the gym. I don't know if it's for some kind of creativity. It's like needing to almost transmute some kind of energy, but you're going to start realizing that working harder instead of smarter for something that you think you want isn't always necessarily the best course of action. Let's see. Stephanie Reyes, when will Robert Taurus communicate to me about what we are doing regarding our relationship? When he gets the confidence, Ace of Cups in reverse and the Page of Wands. This is like when he, because it makes me feel like he's really kind of being a little bit more introverted when it comes to his emotions. So I feel like there's a lack of confidence with this right now. It's only going to be when he feels more confident to express himself and actually reach out. Hold on. Thank you, Selena. Thank you, Aqua Baby. Stephanie, what is Robert Taurus's plans with our relationship? Three of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Cups in reverse, the Judgment in reverse, the Ten of Swords. Right now, he just really feels like he doesn't feel emotionally supported. He's not really willing to bring this back up, or he may be feeling like the relationship needs to evolve and it hasn't, or he's just kind of like putting a pin in something right now. I don't know if that's the relationship itself or if that's like an argument or something that you guys have gone through, but he's really not like connecting with something. So I don't know if there's a plan per se. Thank you so much, Stephanie. And Stephanie, again, how much longer will Robert Taurus be distant / silent? Like I said, I mean, with that Magician and the Temperance, it feels like right now he's trying to find his peace. And he doesn't really have the confidence to really even present you with any kind of intentions right now, because he really doesn't have confidence within the dynamic or confidence within the relationship because he feels like he doesn't have any internal peace, which is causing him to not really feel confident about the situation. So it's like once he kind of gets his act in order where he feels more at peace, he feels like he's regained his confidence. But really, I feel like he's just kind of like okay with how it is right now. You know what I mean? The Temperance can be like, okay, I'm like, it is what it is, you know? Let me see. Leela, what's coming towards me in the near future that I need to be aware of? Wow. Empress, Nine of Cups. Okay, so careful of getting pregnant if that's like a thing for you. But the Empress and the Nine of Cups is like everything that you've ever wanted. This is like Jupiter meets Taurus, meets Pisces, meets Libra. Whatever Jupiter touches, it expands. So being that Jupiter is actually in Taurus and the Empress is in Taurus, I feel like look to see where Taurus is in your chart, because I feel like it's possible that that part of your chart may get illuminated at this point. Like something is going to ignite for you in that way. Maybe getting into a very creative space, finally getting something that you've wanted. Something that you've always wanted. You're very content with whatever this is. Maybe you're moving. I don't know. Let's see. Stephanie Reyes. Does Robert Taurus want me to leave him alone? Or he's silent so I can chase him? Does he want her to leave him alone? Eight of Cups in reverse and the Two of Pentacles. I feel like at times he gets undecided, but I think that he does... he's undecided, if I'm going to be honest with you. It's like, on one hand, I feel like he does miss you at times, and at other times, I feel like he thinks, well, this just isn't good for me. I don't know why I would go back here. It's like the Two of Pentacles and the Temperance is kind of relating to me right now. For some reason, like with the reading that I just did for you a couple seconds ago, because it made me feel like he's trying to be content with what's going on, but I feel like there's also a thought of him of thinking, do I actually want her back? Do I want to go back around? Do I want to take that chance again? And then kind of being at the same time content with the peace that he has. So I feel like it's a little bit of both. Stephanie Reyes, what is Robert Taurus's current intentions with me? Seven of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Swords in reverse. Once again, it's like he's trying to find his peace. He feels like right now this is a waste of time, or he's lost his patience in a situation because he feels like he didn't or doesn't have the peace. The Two of Wands in reverse. Yeah, he's not really like, he doesn't really have any specific plans as of right now. It's like he's just kind of feeling sorry for himself, or he's kind of feeling like shit about a situation. And so he kind of doesn't want to invest anymore right now, at least physically. Maybe he is on an energetic level, because I still see him stressed out, but he's trying to focus more so on his peace. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Aqua Baby, does Aquarius, Sun, Cancer, Moon want to remain friends? What do they want? Ace of Swords, the Emperor. Yeah, I feel like this is somebody who's making head over heart decisions. This is somebody who's just trying to kind of detach. Seems like, or not even trying to, it just feels like they kind of are. Somebody who I think wants to talk to you, wants a conversation, but I'm not seeing any cups here or anything. So it feels like this is just somebody who's focused on other things, like bills, kids, whatever they have going on. Selena Marie, will there be any movement in the future with Zeke? King of Wands, the Moon in reverse. I feel like this person will illuminate something to you. Like they will tell you a fear, express an emotion, something like that. And I feel like it's because this person wants to have sex with you. I do feel like this person will pursue you in the future with that King of Wands and the Moon in reverse. Aqua Baby, what does Sagittarius, Sun, Gemini, Moon think about me? Okay, well, the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Six of Cups. So this is somebody who knows that you have feelings. And I think that they have feelings too. I think that maybe they do think about you in a positive light, but they may also feel like you're moody, or you're jealous, or you're in a mood, or maybe you're too afraid to express your emotions or something like that in the way that you want. So it's one of those things. But I do think that they view you as like a soulmate. But the Six of Cups can also represent friendship. So Garden Gal, getting mixed signals from Aries woman. Does she want to be friends, or should I just leave her alone? What does she want? What's that Page of Swords in reverse? Ugh. It seems like she's decided that you guys really aren't on the same page about something, and I'm kind of feeling like, Deb, thank you. I'm kind of feeling like she's assuming the worst. I don't know. I don't really feel like she's feeling it, if I'm going to be 100% honest. Can I ask why? The Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is like charity. You know what I mean? Or it's like, not saying you're charity work, but she's saying like, she just doesn't have it to give to this. I don't know. It doesn't really feel like she's feeling it, to be honest. I hate to say that, Garden Gal, because I love you to pieces. But yeah, I'm not really. Aqua Baby, current Virgo, Sun, Taurus, Moon's feelings about me. I fell all the way back to Six of Swords in reverse in the World. I feel like they're stuck in between two places. It's like on one hand, it's like they want to come back around with that Six of Swords in reverse and go back and revisit a problem, but at the same time, they're just like feeling like they need to close it out. So I feel like they're in between two worlds right now. So thank you guys so much. Special shout out to all my dragons, and an extra special shout out to Rick Astor. Thank you so much. I guess I am going to answer this last question for Leela, and then I'm going to get out of here. What are Libra's feelings? Page of Wands in reverse, I don't know, maybe a little intimidated, not really, you know, having the confidence to maybe reach out or say what they want to say, per se. They could also be kind of immature. intentions towards me in this moment. The sun, still wanting your attention, you know, still wanting you to shine your bright light on them, so to speak. But I don't know if they're really a vibrational match for this. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I love all of you. Thank you, and a special happy birthday to Lori Darts. I will talk to you guys later, and have a great weekend. Bye.